So there we are. That's the first segment of the trip over. 2 and a little bit days in Berg. And my first impressions are that it's very green, it's very, very hot, but it hasn't stopped us getting some great sightings. Even the first couple of hours on that first day, we went out late in the afternoon and we saw some great stuff. And to see the Big Five on both the other days was amazing. And I was so glad that yesterday I managed to actually capture some video of the Big Five, even though it was just a small little segment of a video of the leopard. So full of expectations now, we're going to make our way to Skukuza for the next 7 nights to capture as much of the wonderful wildlife up there to share with you on this really special trip for us. So see you when we get there. So onward we go, stopping off briefly to refuel and getting the usual complimentary screen wash. I did tip him, of course. Hitting the trail, our target is to discover as much wildlife as possible before attempting an early check-in at Skukuza Rest Camp. Well, there's nothing happening on the tarmac roads, so hopefully a detour onto the dirt roads may prove more successful. And it's a real bone shaker to our first waterhole. It's hard to think that just a few weeks ago this road was impassable due to severe flooding. And our reward? Our first elephant sighting of the day. A small family group making their way to the waterhole for a drink. Notice as always, the youngsters are protected by parents and older siblings who stand either side, keeping them safe. The safety of the young is always a priority for these incredible animals. Thirst quenched, they're now off to graze. And sometimes for the youngsters, it's a challenge to follow. Keep up, little guy. What we thought was a single sighting of the zebra turned out to be a very large herd grazing nearby. Now we're always looking out for bird portraits, and this colourful hornbill happily obliged. Kudu, simply beautiful. Impala are one of the most plentiful animals in the Kruger and visible in numbers everywhere. Mostly immune to traffic, this gives us an opportunity to study them up close. In fact, most of these females are pregnant, waiting for the rains and the higher grasses to safely birth their young. Amazingly, if the rains are late, they're able to delay giving birth for up to a whole month. Amazing. Often seen scurrying up the road, helmeted guinea fowl scratch away on the verges. Our first encounter with ground hornbills. Once vulnerable to extinction and still considered so endangered in South Africa, you're requested to report sightings to the park officials. Master scavengers, they comb the bush, picking up food ranging from tiny bugs to large insects, small rodents and frogs. and it's not uncommon for the male to present his catch as a gift to his partner. Now, who says romance is dead? Now onwards to Skukuza to chance an early check-in. We much prefer to drop off our gear as soon as possible, and we found the staff are usually only happy to oblige. Skukuza is the largest camp in the park, being the administrative headquarters, and it's perfectly situated on the south bank of the Sabie River. Its facilities include a large shop, 2 restaurants, 2 swimming pools, a police station and doctor services. It provides for camping, camper parking, and with over 100 bungalows to rent, there's pretty much something for everyone. Now here's a plan of the park. Reception here, shop and restaurant there, and this is the bungalow where we'll spend the next 7 nights, near the river and not far from the shop and restaurant. The reception area has plenty of parking, and it takes just a few minutes to register, collect our key before heading off to our new home for the week. Heading towards the bungalow, we need to avoid the wildlife and make our way down to the park roads to the riverside area. That can be a bit challenging, especially when it's dark. Now we make our way down to the riverside. Oh dear, looks like the builders are working nearby. Luckily, we never saw them during our stay. So let's check out the accommodation. Inside, we find everything we need for a comfortable stay. It's quite basic, but it's clean, has a fridge, microwave, and even a TV. A rare find in the Kruger. And the outdoor kitchen has all we need to feel at home. The park shop is just a short walk away. It's very well stocked. Split roughly 50-50 between groceries and souvenirs, you can find all the basics, plus a good wine selection. However, for more choice and less expense, you might like to shop before you enter the park. If you're in a hurry, there's a good takeaway shop serving a selection of hot food, sandwiches and hot and cold drinks. The Cattle Baron restaurant has a superb terrace overlooking the Sabie River, perfect for a sundowner and a meal, whilst watching the wildlife below. If you prefer to eat indoors, then you can opt for the air-conditioned restaurant, where there is limited Wi-Fi available. A quick check of the sightings board and onward we go. And as it's still early afternoon, there's time for a quick visit to Sunset Dam at Lower Sabie. We've yet to visit Sunset Dam and not find something to photograph, and it's a must for any visit to Kruger Park. Now let's not forget, Kruger is not just about the big five. Look out for less exotic but still interesting species, like this tortoise munching grass at the side of the road. There's birds galore in Kruger, including this beauty, the red-crested Koran, found foraging for food. And it's great to see this tawny eagle grounded, giving us a great opportunity to get a close-up view. But time limits need us to move on, and it's a jarring, teeth-chattering trundle on very uneven roads, but worthwhile as we come across one of my favourite animals, giraffe. You know, there's nothing quite like glancing out of the car window to see four huge knees wandering past. I simply never tire of observing these gentle, graceful animals. And how lucky are we? More ground hornbills, always entertaining as they sweep over the grassland. Here's a snake eagle, perched way too near a fork-tailed drongo nest. Now this plucky little bird will always try to protect its nest area and thinks nothing of buzzing on much larger birds to make them leave. I think this one's a bit too big to bully though. As we near water, we spot a black-winged stilt dipping for food, as does this African jacana. Then there's this little three-banded plover, which has a brilliant hunting technique, unsettling its prey by tapping the sand with its feet before devouring. I was hoping this pretty little kingfisher was about to hunt, but it looks like it's already fed. Finally, a park favourite and always a treat, a lilac-breasted roller basking in the sun. Sunset Dam always provides something of interest, and this afternoon it was the weaver birds that provided most entertainment. There was a lot going on as they busily prepare for mating season. These incredible little birds spend days weaving intricate nests, locating them at the ends of thin branches. They do this to protect their nest from snakes, only too happy to steal their eggs and chicks. First, the male collects strips of grass to form a basic frame. He takes the greatest of care, but this has to be absolutely perfect. Then more grass to weave the nest around the frame. Over several days, he weaves the frame into a classic weaver nest shape. However, the female demands absolute perfection. She will drop in regularly to inspect, and anything she doesn't like, she'll remove. And if the final result is not to her liking, she'll destroy the whole nest, leaving the poor male to start all over again. Here's one he made earlier. As evening approaches, we make our way back to Skukuza and come across a troop of baboons we know well. They are always at the same spot late afternoon, and we always stop to observe. And you know, these family groups remind me of human families. Close family ties. The need to belong. The desire to care for each other. Strong family values. A sense of security provided by a strong leader. The need to know that their children are safe, happy to see them playing, knowing they're protected by family. To be alone, yet knowing they're part of the loving family. Then we noticed a lone female looking lost and forlorn. She seemed distracted and isolated. Something was clearly troubling her. She kept looking round sadly. Finally, all was revealed. Her little baby had died. Not knowing what to do, she wandered around listlessly as if looking for something or someone. She simply couldn't rest. Finally, she found her peace, sitting next to the father of her baby. There was nothing he could do but be there. After that sad moment, we gathered our thoughts and headed back to Skukuza. and we reflected that there's no stronger love than that of a mother for her child, no matter what species. But on a happier note, as if sent to cheer us up, a pair of cheeky warthogs decided to have a tussle just outside our bungalow. Thanks for that, guys. Well, that winds up this episode. If you want more, please don't forget to subscribe and hit notifications for future episodes. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the Better Photography and Travel channel.